Well, we
We
need a
decided to
quarterback.
have a debate, and we saved it for tonight because Zach is just unbelievable, man.
I tell you what, my mom tells me every day.
Yeah, I'm sure she does. Yeah. Um, Cam Newton versus Josh Allen, and obviously it's weird debate because Cam Newton had some injuries. He's not playing anymore. Josh Allen's playing now.
No,
What?
that's not why it's funny. It's funny because you're comparing a top three quarterback to a one-hit wonder.
I didn't say it was funny. I said it was weird.
Oh, I'm
Um,
sorry. I heard funny.
yeah.
Oh my god!
A one hit wonder. Okay.
You're so
I'm just gonna
stupid.
dive right in, and we're gonna go. We're gonna look at. Okay. This is crazy. All right. I'm just gonna go through Cam Newton's accolades, all that he's done. Panthers had the first pick, and I wanna put this out there first. Panthers had the first pick. The Bills did not have the first pick. The Panthers were in a much worse state than the Bills were when they took Josh Allen. Can we all agree on that?
Yes.
No, no.
Bills were in and out of the wild card before they took Josh Allen. The Panthers were terrible.
I'll admit we were pretty bad, but I don't. What do you mean? What do you mean by in and out of the wild card?
Didn't they make the wild card with Tyrod Taylor like the year before?
I don't think so.
It
No,
doesn't.
I don't think so.
It doesn't matter.
I think that
We
he
had the
played
first
well.
pick in the draft.
There's
And
lots
they're
of
in
teams
and out
with
of the
first pick.
playoffs. The Panthers were
No, they
dog
were.
shit.
I don't agree with that statement. I don't agree with that statement. I will look that up.
Of course you
Go
don't.
ahead. Go ahead with your argument. Go ahead. We'll look that up. Make sure. Have to make sure of the facts.
Yeah, we'll go through the facts. Cam Newton on a terrible team,
Yeah.
offensive rookie of the year. Showed a lot of improvement as the Panthers did because, they were terrible and he was not terrible. He threw for 4,000 yards, 21 touchdowns. He did have 17 interceptions. But most rookie quarterbacks throw in the upper teens of interceptions.
They did make the wild card.
Yes,
2017, they made the wild card. Good for you.
you.
I was wrong.
Yeah, you sure were.
I'll admit when I was wrong. I didn't think they were.
Yeah, so that's all I'm saying. They were comparing the state of the teams before they had each quarterback. It was a lot different.
Well, what pick was Allen again? Number 3, right?
I thought he was like 9 or something, or did they trade up to get him? Darnold was 3 in that draft. Baker was 1.
Yeah.
You look at that. I'm gonna keep going.
7th. He was 7th.
So okay,
Hard to remember all these picks.
Cam Newton as a quarterback, as a whole player, rushing and passing, has blown Josh Allen out of the water.
Wait, I'm
Josh
sorry.
Allen
I didn't hear what
is.
you said. I'm sorry. I actually didn't hear what you said.
I'm gonna need you to listen because you're gonna need to be able to come back with this. Cam
Okay.
Newton blows Josh Allen out of the water.
With what?
Everything as a whole player.
Okay.
Cam Newton never threw as many interceptions as Josh Allen did this year, and Josh Allen also fumbled like 14 times this year. He had almost 30 turnovers this year. If his team didn't force 27 on defense, they would have won 6 games. Cam Newton, the highest interceptions he threw was 16, and the team won 11-5. So obviously didn't affect him that much. But it's not.
I got something for that if you really want to hear it.
Let me finish. I'm gonna keep going.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
The Panthers with Cam Newton, when he was healthy, I'm looking at the years where they didn't do as well, and he missed a few games in each one actually. Were a very good team. They made the playoffs. They were winning the division, which has never happened before. I mean, they went to the Super Bowl, but to consistently be competitive and win games like that hadn't happened before. Cam Newton's MVP season, 35 touchdown passes. Where's let me see. Hold on.
10 rushing touchdowns.
And rushing touchdowns. Okay, 45 total touchdowns. MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, AP, All Pro, best player in the NFL that year. And he continued to do that until the shoulder injury, which, that was a bigger deal than anybody thought. I think the same thing with Andrew Luck. If they would have known how severe that shoulder injury was, I think both of them would have played longer. It messed both of them up pretty bad. You can't compare Josh Allen and Cam Newton because Cam Newton did it, and he didn't turn the ball over as much, and he made it. And all we keep hearing is Josh Allen should make it, and he's not. For 2 years straight, oh, Josh Allen, oh, he threw for 30 touchdowns last year. Who's he throwing to? Who was Cam Newton throwing to when he was having these seasons? Do you remember? I saw a video right after we first brought this up. It was a TikTok of Cam Newton dropping about 8 touchdowns right in Ted Ginn's hands that were dropped. I don't see Stephon Diggs doing that. I see Stephon Diggs helping Josh Allen a lot, and I see Cam Newton having to do it all himself every time. Every year. You can say Steve Smith at the end of his career. Yeah, I love Steve Smith. We all do. He didn't play with the Steve Smith of, when he was 28 and he was top 3. He was always good. Don't get me wrong.
He was great.
He was, yeah. I'm thinking of the times where the 2 receivers on the field are Ted Ginn and Philly Brown with Cam Newton. They're not Stephon Diggs, Gabe Davis, and Isaiah McKenzie, who is a playmaker. Get him the ball. He actually has he catches the ball more than Ted Ginn, actually.
He's a quarterback who can get him the ball.
Look up the videos, man. Cam Newton got him the ball. He had a punt returner who couldn't catch punts either, actually, as his wide receiver 1.
Wait, what? No. Okay, you can talk about Ted Ginn as receiver, but you can't talk about him as a special teams player. No. He made his money returning kicks. That's hands down, 100%. Nobody can tell me that. Hands down, 100 hands down.
Evan Funchess and Kelvin Benjamin for you, just to really nail the head on the coffin. Like, who was that guy supposed to throw to? It's not a debate. I really want Jack to go first, so
please,
so Zach can have the floor because this is just unbelievable.
See, I was thinking the opposite.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, Austin just laid out some.
Nothing.
What?
No. I need better than that. I need you.
You better than what?
I need more than that. I can take care of that.
I'll end this right now if you want me to.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, Kim.
Okay. What accolades? Answer. I want you to interact with me here, Zach. Can you do that for me?
I can interact. Yes, sir.
All right. What accolades does Josh Allen have?
Compared to Cam Newton, or are we just talking about accolades?
Just accolades.
What does he have?
I don't think he has anything.
ESPN? Okay, thanks.
NFL honors, right? When they give Walter Payton and MVP, has
I think
Josh
he's made
Allen
a Pro Bowl? I think he's made a Pro Bowl a couple times. I'm pretty sure he has.
A Pro Bowl.
Mac
Yeah,
Jones made a Pro Bowl. That doesn't matter.
Okay. Hey, I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying what I'm interacting with Jack. Go ahead.
Okay. Now, Josh Allen has no accolades, right?
I said a Pro Bowl, but yeah, go ahead.
Well, I'm pretty sure I voted for him to go into the Pro Bowl, so I guess that one's my bad, right? That makes him better than Cam Newton for some crazy-ass reason.
You haven't heard my argument.
All right. Cam Newton has been to a Super Bowl. Josh Allen has not done that. Cam Newton has won an MVP. I don't think Josh Allen's done that.
He did go to the Pro Bowl though.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing as MVP.
As if Cam Newton never went to the Pro Bowl. Like, come on.
Cam Newton was throwing to to Philly Brown, who I'm taller than, Ted Ginn, Jericho Cotchery. Remember him?
He's a good vet.
Oh,
yeah, I do.
So much better than Diggs, right?
I remember him more on the
Also,
Jets
He
than the
is Jets
Panthers.
leftovers. The Panthers are the team of Jets leftovers.
Hey, I tell you what, he could play. He could play.
Good.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
There's really
Mad Mobile.
there's really no argument because everyone's saying, "Oh, Josh Allen deserves it. Josh Allen deserves to win the Super Bowl." No, the fuck he doesn't. He doesn't play for it. So how does that make him better than a quarterback who has an MVP and who has been to a Super Bowl? Who has more NFL records?
Who has more what?
NFL records. Cam Newton.
Cam Newton
You know,
changed,
you can answer for me.
changed
I know
the way
you know.
football was going in the 2010s.
I'm sorry, what?
Cam Newton changed the direction of football in the 2010s.
Really?
He impacted the whole league.
I'll
Josh
stop
Allen's
interacting
in the
because I'm
shadow
waiting. I'm waiting.
of two quarterbacks in his own league, in his own conference.
That's
Go
all
ahead.
you got.
Go ahead. I'm just gonna
All
let
right.
you go.
First
I'm
thing I
gonna
want to
let-
say is I respected the both of your opinions, and I'm going to take care of this in not very long time. Let's talk interceptions. That's my first argument. Let's talk interceptions. Okay. Cam Newton, his rookie year, he threw 17 interceptions. In 2017, Austin brought it up. He threw 16 interceptions. Josh Allen has never thrown more than 15. Bam. There's one. So when you want to talk about holding on to the ball, don't bring up Cam Newton because he can't hold on to the ball. Just ask Von Miller. All right, let's go. Next, you're not bringing up the right thing. You're not bringing up in 2015. The guy's got Greg Olsen, who guess what, had 1,100 yards that year. Bang. Jonathan Stewart just got his boost because you want to know why? Because D'Angelo Williams got shipped off to the Steelers. The dynamic duo becomes the dynamic uno. That's Jonathan Stewart. Bang. All right, so you want to talk about Isaac McKenzie compared to Philly Brown or Devin Funchess. Devin Funchess actually, as a free agent, signed a $13 million, that max value of $13 million with the Colts as a free agent. We let him go, and we talked about that a little bit. So you're also forgetting that Panthers had, not in the 2015 year, I will give you that, but in 2015 and the other years, he not only had a little bit of Steve Smith, but he also had Kelvin Benjamin. Okay, and Kelvin Benjamin, his rookie year, had 1,000 yards and 9 touchdowns, a big guy from Florida State. We used a first-round pick on him.
I can't even look at you.
And he's just a great player. So keep in mind, we're being respectful because I'm about to win this in a couple minutes. Okay, let's start with playoff records. Do you remember a man named Jake Delhomme?
I sure do.
Okay.
Why is he even in this conversation?
Because he has a better playoff record than Cam Newton. He has a better playoff record than Cam Newton.
Out of Josh Allen and
has a
Cam
better-
Newton, who has the better playoff record?
Josh Allen.
There's no way that.
How the hell do you figure that?
Cam Newton's playoff record is 3-4. Josh Allen's playoff record is 4-4.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll eat that one. Yeah, that's my bad. He still hasn't been to the
Well,
Super
no,
Bowl.
hold on, if we're gonna get all technical about
No.
it. What?
You're respectful. This is not you, Skip. All right, let's keep going. Okay, so in the 2013 season, the Panthers lost to the 49ers 23-10. Colin Kaepernick took care of business in Carolina. They were a 2 seed that year. Eventually lost to the Seahawks. In 2014, they beat the Cardinals in a wild card year. Now keep in mind, in 2014, they had a record of 8-7-1 and barely squeaked by to even get that position. And then obviously next week they ran into a real team and they lost 31-17 to the Seattle Seahawks. Okay, and everybody remembers the 2015 year. Okay, they beat the Seahawks. That was a great game. Greg Olsen had a number of catches. And then in the conference championship, they absolutely tore through the Cardinals. It wasn't even a game. And then you go to the Super Bowl. Cam Newton puts up 10 points. I think he has a numerous amount of turnovers, and he goes 18 for 41, 1 touchdown, and he loses. Mind you, he's wearing MVP shoes because that means the end of the everything to him instead of actually winning the game. And we go back to Carolina with no Super Bowl.
How many
All right.
interceptions does Josh Allen have in the Super Bowl?
Dude, I just went over interceptions with you, and I ended that argument.
Josh Allen's never been to the Super Bowl. The argument, you don't have an argument.
Dude, yes, you want to know why? Because he hasn't been in the league as long. You're kidding me.
It
with
doesn't.
that.
Everyone's
At
saying.
that point, they were the same age.
Oh
No, they
my
weren't.
God! I'm jumping out
Dude,
my
you're
window.
Josh Allen's
tripping.
like 26 years old, man. Cam Newton was 26 when they went to the Super Bowl.
Chat spam mail if you want me to take my shirt off. I'm about to get heated.
Dude, you're tripping about the Super Bowl thing. He went in the Super Bowl and got killed. Like, I mean, he got killed. I
Josh
mean,
Allen's 26. Same age as when Cam Newton went to the Super Bowl.
okay, well, I'm just saying, if you can talk about accolades all you want, but going to a Super Bowl, there have been plenty of quarterbacks that have gone to the Super Bowl, but they're not winning a Super Bowl.
Accolades is all that matters in this.
No, you're talking about a Super Bowl, and now you're gonna.
Josh Allen has never been MVP! Cam Newton has! What does MVP stand for, Zach? Most what player? Valuable!
No.
Best
No,
player
no.
in the NFL. Best football player on the planet.
That's no.
Josh
dude,
Allen has never experienced that.
I've never seen you get this way. Jalen Hurts is.
Because
up there
I'm
with
arguing with a
Black.
wall!
Mahomes is the MVP runaway. He's not up for it. Don't bring
He-
it up because he's not.
No, Hurts is up for it. Hurts is up for it because of. Yes, he is. He's up for it. Look it up. He's up for it. I'm just
He's up
saying.
Yeah.
All right, look. Cam
Third
Newton has
place
had.
mattered.
Cam Newton has had 1 year where he's had over 4,000 yards passing. 1 year, and that was his rookie year. That's why he won Offensive Rookie Year. But he also had 17 interceptions that year. Josh Allen has never had 17 interceptions. Josh
How many
Allen's never had
fumbles does Josh
16.
Allen had? Because
Dude, I don't know everything.
Interceptions.
They do, but you brought up interceptions, and I ended that argument.
No, well, I also brought up fumbles because I said as a total, Josh Allen turned the ball over like 30 times this year.
No, you're making stuff up now. There's no way he had like all these dang fumbles. And you thought that he had more interceptions. You thought he had more interceptions than Cam, and I just named you 2 years that he didn't. All right, and then let's take a look at 2014. Let's take a look at 2014. All right, let's take a look. They played Ryan Lindley. They actually went 7-8-1 that year. They played Ryan Lindley in the wild card game. That's why they won so well. Cam Newton went 18 for 32. Cam Newton is nowhere near Josh Allen. He can't throw the ball like Josh Allen. He can't do the things Josh Allen can do. The only thing that he can do, he can make something out of nothing with his legs, not his arm.
Josh Allen does a lot of that, and he also fumbled 13 times this year. He had 27 total turnovers this year.
Okay, I'm not saying he's not a turnover machine, but you brought up interceptions, and I told you that
He
was
had
not
3
true.
in the playoffs and only 2 games. I'm just saying. I'm bringing up fumbles because fumbles. I'd say fumbles are worse than
Of course
interceptions because fumbles give you the
No.
ball where the ball is. Interceptions down the field at least.
You're bringing fumbles up because you lost the interception thing.
I brought up fumbles
Alright.
days ago, man. I said total turnovers. That
Let's-
guy turns it over so much.
Let's talk about the 2015 roster. You want to talk about rosters? The offensive line is way better than what the Bills have. You got left tackle Mike Orr. You've got left guard Andrew Norwell, who went on to get a bag with Jacksonville. Ryan Khalil, Pro Bowler. Trey Turner, also 22, just coming into it. It was actually a Pro Bowler that year. Mike Rimmers.
Trey Turner was always overrated. I don't.
He was still a Pro Bowler that year. Charles Johnson. The only thing that I will give you in the 2015 for the defense is they didn't have a lot of guys who could get to the quarterback. But guess what? They were a turnover machine. They have Kurt Coleman had 7 interceptions that year. I don't even know if a lot of people know who that is. Roman Harper, great safety. Josh Norman had one of the
Was he?
best years. Yes, he was. Old veteran? Oh, yes, 100%. Josh
I think you
Norman
look into
had.
the old veteran thing in the locker room too much. Like
Yeah, I
Jericho
do.
Cotchery.
Yes, I
Jesus, man.
do. Yes, I do. Charles Tillman, we brought him in from the Bears that year. Great pickup. Jared Allen wasn't as good as we wanted, but he still made some plays, especially in primetime football. I remember a sack from him. I think we were playing the Eagles, but I can't be for sure. Shaq Thompson, a rookie, came in, played some valuable time there. I wish that he had lived up to it. We also have a man named Luke Kuechly. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's crazy. Star
We are getting
Latulier.
so off topic of what we're
Charles
talking about here.
Johnson. We're comparing who you were talking about that Josh Allen has way more around him than Cam Newton. I'm arguing
He
with
does.
you that that's not the case. That is not the case. You cannot name me one player on that defense, and all right, fine. You cannot name me one healthy player on that defense that is named Luke Kuechly or better. Heck, you can't even name me one healthy player that's better than Josh Norman was in 2015.
Josh Norman was good in 2015. But I'm going to tell you that Tre'Davious White and Micah Hyde, and they also have like 6 defensive linemen that are very good. You're
Really?
focusing on Von
No,
Miller,
I'm not.
who's not there. But
Oh, really? Really? Von Miller's not important? How much money does he make this year? I mean,
I'm
that
not saying he's not
contract,
important. I'm
he's
saying
very important. Ask Cam
I'm
Newton.
saying
He's in
though
his
they have
dreams.
guys. They have guys that stepped up with him out. If we're going to
No,
talk
they
about
don't.
healthy,
No, they don't. That's why the Bengals' offensive line held up, Austin. That's a big part of it. Yeah, they had a little bit of fight in them, but guess what, dude? Like, the Bills don't have anybody to get to Burrow. That's why they paid Miller that much. That's the only reason. You can't argue that. He is an asset.
I'm not saying he's not.
Well, they don't have as much as you think on that defensive line. Von Miller was, that's what they thought was going to put him over. The Buffalo Bills, they signed Von Miller. Oh my goodness. They have somebody who can get to Burrow, Mahomes. He went down. That's part of life. I'm just saying. Panthers had more assets than you think they did. They also had Ron Rivera and Sean McDermott at the helm at that time.
Ron Rivera sick.
No,
The Bills
Ron
have Sean
Rivera's a great
McDermott,
coach.
so like
Yeah, that's what I wanted to make sure. I wanted to make sure that you didn't make the comparison there. I wanted to make sure that coaching was not affiliate. Like as far as I know I just brought it up. I'm talking about they had a bunch of assets. They had the same assets and stuff like that as far as that goes.
that's fair. Yeah, McDermott is a great coach, and I wish the Panthers
He is a
would
great
just
coach. I wish
hire
the
Rivera
Panthers.
and kept
Yeah,
him.
I think Rivera was a good coach. I think he still is.
He's fine. Can we get back to the point of like, okay, are you going to tell me the Bills roster now, or are we
I
just?
mean, what do you want me to say? Do you want me to say that Stephon Diggs is not a top 5 receiver? I'm not going to do that, but I'm also not going to tell you that
Ed Oliver, Matt
What?
Milano, Tremaine Edmonds, Jordan Poyer.
Compare them to who I'm bringing up. You're naming guys who are good
Roman
players.
Harper.
Yeah, Roman Harper was great for that season. 100%. I mean,
Okay,
you asked Drew Brees about Roman Harper.
I can't listen to this shit anymore. This debate is Cam Newton, Josh Allen, right?
You're just gonna bring up the accolades thing again. You have no argument. You just keep bringing them.
I have one. No, that's the argument. That
No,
is
it's not.
the argument. Zach, in your basement, in your house, you had a fat head of a player. Name that player. Name that player.
Cam Newton.
Why?
I support my hometown. I'm not gonna tell you I
It
don't.
doesn't sound like it.
Doesn't seem like it.
I'm realistic about it. I'm realistic.
You're not.
I'm realistic about it too.
I'm not gonna go tell you that Cam Newton is better than Josh Allen because it's not true. And I don't think that you.
Well,
either
I
of you
will
come
tell
up
you that
with-
because it is true.
No. It's not true. You haven't given me one argument besides, he won MVP. Well, guess what? Peyton Manning won 5 MVPs.
I'm gonna
He's
set
not
you-
better than Tom Brady. He's not
I'm
better
going
than
to
Tom Brady.
set you on fire.
I know.
Tom Brady's the best football player of all time.
Exactly. He doesn't have 5 MVPs.
How many
does he?
Super Bowls does Peyton Manning have compared to
2.
Brady?
2.
How many does Brady have?
7.
Why is Josh Allen better than Cam Newton if Cam Newton's been to more Super Bowls and he has the MVPs?
Literally.
What are you
So,
talking? What?
You just said
No.
Peyton Manning's not better because he has more MVPs, and Brady's better because he has more Super Bowls. Well, Josh Allen's never even.
I didn't say that. Jack said that. I didn't say that. Jack said that.
Bill
Jack
was
brought
Super
up
Bowl
Super Bowls.
favorite. The Panthers were never the Super Bowl favorite.
What does that have to do with anything? That's just somebody telling me who the favorite is. There's a different favorite now. It's in Philadelphia.
Before the season started, the Bills were the betting favorite to win the
They
Super
were.
Bowl.
Yeah. What does that matter?
I'm saying everybody expected them to get there, and they didn't. Nobody expected the Panthers to do it, and Cam Newton did it.
Winning and getting there are two different things. You don't show up in gold
They actually go
MVP
really hand
shoes.
in hand.
No, they don't. You have to win to get there.
Yes, you do. You
have to win
Josh
to get
Allen
that
didn't
Super
win, Cam
Bowl.
Newton did.
What I'm trying to say is that you can't compare what Josh Allen is doing and what Cam Newton is. You can't compare. I don't care about one MVP.
Wait. Say that again. Say that again. What'd you say? You can't compare what?
What they're doing. They're not. You can't compare accuracy, arm strength. You can't compare it. How you make these plays. Cam Newton is not making the plays that Josh Allen is making. He never will.
He did, though.
He has.
No, he didn't. No, he hasn't.
Yes, he did.
No.
Am I dreaming?
No. He's not making the accurate throws or.
Are you talking like currently?
No, I'm talking about the past. Cam Newton has always been inaccurate. Always been inaccurate.
So what?
Nobody said he was
100%.
the most accurate quarterback.
Yeah, I don't.
Lamar
Yeah.
Jackson's not accurate. Like what? And you,
He's definitely better than Cam Newton. How are you going to sit there and tell me that Cam Newton is some great quarterback for us? He's won 3 NFC South titles, and one of them
to a Super Bowl.
7.
What else? I don't understand. Like, what are you talking about?
You keep bringing up the Super Bowl year, but he
Because-
didn't win the Super Bowl. He didn't win the Super Bowl.
He got there. Josh Allen has never gotten there, man.
He will eventually.
He
definitely
will.
get there.
He will. Yeah.
That's not the
Okay. He
argument,
will.
Man, the argument is Cam Newton was 26 when he did it. Josh Allen was 26 and didn't do it. Cam Newton had
Oh
a
my
very severe
gosh.
shoulder injury that ruined his arm.
It wasn't that great to begin with.